Record. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. It's August 20th. So we are excited to have you guys on tonight. I'm excited about this topic because this is honestly one of my favorite topics. So we decided to kind of circle back around a little bit, go back to social media a bit and talk to you guys about visuals, aesthetics, the way things look. Is it appealing, right? Like, y'all, I feel like this is something that not many network marketers want to say, but your profile has got to look legit if you want this business to be legit, right? Like, that's just what it comes down to. And I feel like sometimes people don't always want to say that, right? Because that doesn't sound great, right? It kind of sounds maybe like a little superficial or just like, oh, well, that's not how it should be. And while we know that there's a lot more behind the scenes action that happens, that it is not just about like, oh, hey, look at a pretty picture of coffee, buy my crap, right? Like, we know there's a whole lot more that goes into that. But at the end of the day, it's all about first impressions on social media. It's all about, are you going to be able to capture somebody's attention longer than 0.2 seconds? Okay. And if you can capture their attention for literally 2 seconds, you need 2 whole seconds from their attention, then you are on your way to growing a larger business, okay? Because you're going to start communicating with those people more, because they're going to start seeing you more. They're going to start commenting more. They're going to stop scrolling for you, okay? And that's what we want to help you guys with, is to, all of us should be scroll stoppers, okay? And if you're brand new and this is your first ever Zoom call, don't stress, okay? We're talking, right now, we're not necessarily talking to the brand newbie. Tomorrow, we are going to be having a getting started right call, you guys. So just a heads up, if you do have any newbies or you're a newbie yourself, we will be hosting a Zoom call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. where we will help you guys just really dive into launching your business, okay? So if you're brand new, don't stress too much about aesthetics. We want you to get comfortable first with sharing your story, sharing your experiences, okay? That is your first step as a newbie. Once you've gotten the hang of sharing your story consistently, publicly, right? Then we want to talk about how to really catch people's attention. So I'm going to screen share. I have a PowerPoint for y'all tonight because, I feel like I've just become a PowerPoint gal. I feel that's just what it is, y'all. So, all right, let me present this to you guys. Okay, so let's first talk about profile pictures, you guys. I don't know why this thing is always, there we go. Let's see if I can move it down here. I don't know if you guys can even see me doing that, but whatever. Okay, so profile picture. This is definitely something that y'all, like, this is the picture. Like, this is you. You are the person that, who your prospect or whoever it is that's coming to your page, the first thing they're going to do is look at your cover photo and they're going to look at your profile picture. They want to know, like, who are you? Do you actually look like your profile picture? We want it to be you, right? Like, we want it to be you. So some of the things, represent you, share your personality. It doesn't necessarily have to be just you. You can, maybe it's you holding a cup of coffee. Maybe it's you with your kid or your whole family, right? At the end of the day, we don't want it to be too far away. We don't want people being like, is that Kelly? Or maybe that's Kelly. Let me find a consistent person in like the next like people aren't going to waste their time to try and figure out who you are, right? They want to know, oh, wow, look, there's Kelly. Okay. So don't be so far away that we can't figure out that it's you, but also don't be so close to the screen that it's like just, the tip of your head kind of a thing. I also personally recommend not using any filters on your profile picture. I'm like hot and cold, I feel, with filters. I'm all for them in stories and things like that, but I'm definitely going to say they're a no when it comes to your profile picture, because again, that is like the very first thing that people are going to go and look at. So no filters or like weird, the frames or anything like that. Just have it be you or you and your family, just yourself, no distractions. Okay. So that's the first thing I had. Now we're going to talk about a couple of different things tonight. And Jermaine, Megan, anybody, if you guys have anything you want to add, feel free to just jump right in. Okay, so let's talk about angling. Let me see if I can fix my computer a little bit here too. So as you guys can see, y'all, if I were to hold my camera from down here, from underneath my face, you would see about 900 chins. Like that's just, you would see like every chin there ever was known to mankind. Okay. And that is because that's an angle. It is an angle. It does not mean that I all the time have 900 chins, right? So when you're taking photos, be aware of your angles. People always like joke like good side, bad side. Mess around with it. I know it feels kind of funny at first, but mess around with it because you're going to find an angle that works for you. Okay. So I have beautiful Miss Courtney Butler on here as an example. She did a little training and allowed me to use these photos on here as well. But so she basically holds the camera high. Holds the camera high and it's like slightly above eye level. Like the bottom half of your phone, maybe, depending on like how big of a phone you have, should be like at your eyes, if that makes sense. Like, so just slightly above eye level is going to give you the look of what is on the right-hand side, the picture of me. Okay. So you can see it's, and it's not like Courtney obviously seems to be holding hers a little bit higher than mine. Mine is literally at eye level, but Courtney's is slightly up. Always hold your camera above your eyes at the very, very least, okay? Because that is going to give you those nice flattering angles where you're not going to have 900 chins, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing, this one's like weird, and this one like totally tweaks me out sometimes because I see people, and I'm not saying you guys, but just like on Facebook and social media in general, where you can totally tell that that person didn't know where to look in the picture. Because, when you guys are taking a selfie, it's like, where do I look? Do you look at yourself? Do you look beyond the camera? Do you look at the camera? Do you look off to like, where the hell do you look, right? And I always feel like if I'm looking at my phone a certain way as I'm taking the photo, sometimes I'll look like cross-eyed, and you just never know which way you're looking. So be aware of where you're looking. So Courtney did this little example here. The first one, she's looking in the middle of the phone. On the left-hand side, you can kind of see. But then on the right-hand side, she's really trying to look at that little camera button. I always look at the top right-hand corner of my phone, because I'm like, otherwise I feel like I concentrate too hard to like look for where the camera is. So I just look at the top right-hand corner of my phone when taking a picture. Try really hard to not look at yourself when you're taking a selfie. I know it sounds weird because you like want to see what you look like, but that's what makes your eyes kind of look like you don't know where you're looking. So look up and off to the right. Okay, so some other things to consider. We have some examples here to show you guys. Lighting. So lighting is basically going to be your game changer. Like this is the game changer. I'm gonna show you guys examples of bad lighting and bad backgrounds. And so I want to mention lighting and background really fast, and then I also want to mention what you look like. So lighting and background. In terms of lighting, please know that natural lighting is your best friend, like your all-time forever best friend. I am not saying stand in the bright ass shining sunshine and try and take a selfie. That ain't gonna work, right? You're gonna be like squinting your eyeballs, not able to open up your eyes to see what you're doing. So what I want you to do is realize that it doesn't have to be in direct sunlight, but if you were to stand next, so if I were to stand next to this window, but the sun was on the opposite end of my house, this window is going to have amazing lighting, okay? Because it is going to be bright enough that when I stand by that window, it's going to shine a light on my skin, on myself, on the things that I want to have the light on, but it's not going to be like direct sunlight. Okay. So, and you guys know we have ring lights. You can get super cheap ring lights on Amazon. I know they have them as low as like $40. That they work. So if you're somebody that's like, I live in Mother Russia, Kelly, it's always cloudy here, I'm never going to get any sunlight. I get it. I've been there. I lived in Wisconsin too. I'm kidding. I love Wisconsin, you guys. But ring lights are also a really, really great option to improve your lighting. But I swear, if you improve your lighting, everything about your profile is going to be looking fly. Okay. So that is my little tidbit on lighting. Now in terms of background, so make sure there's not shit in the toilet. Sorry, Brookies. Make sure there's no poop in the toilet when you take a selfie behind you. Okay. Like legit guys, that has happened. I have seen that actually be posted on social media. The girl didn't know it was there, right? Like because she wasn't aware of what her background is. Okay, so be aware of what your background is. Pick up your house. I mean, I'm not saying that your house needs to be like completely, you want to literally know what I do? I just push everything off to the corner real quick. Just push it off to the corner real quick and like take a quick picture, like clean it off to the side, literally like the background looks okay, but you turn the head and it's like I got all my stuff everywhere. Okay, so just push it off to the side, go up against a blank wall. Use the portrait mode if you have portrait mode on your phone. That will blur your backgrounds. You can get apps to blur your backgrounds if you really like the photo but don't love the background, right? Like there are apps out there, you can blur that stuff. But end of the day, nobody wants to see poop in the toilet. Nobody wants to see your messy house. So here's some examples. Jermaine told me this is her messy house and that this was the picture I should use to show messy don't have these backgrounds. Okay. But her house isn't even that messy, but I'm still posting it and talking about it because y'all get the point. Okay. And I know you'd appreciate that little giggle. Now, Megan's are a couple of things with Megan. So first off, she looks super pretty, like just taking those photos like that. I would look crazy. So a few things with what Megan's photos are. Lighting, her lighting in those photos, they suck. They suck, you guys. You can barely see her face. And especially in the one on the left. In the one on the right, I feel like it looks like she has like dark circles under her eyes when she really doesn't. It's just the lighting is hitting her eyes funny, right? Because the lighting blows. So that is that's one thing that's happening there. Another thing that's happening here is she's got a lot of ceiling in those two photos, right? So if you're going live or you're posting photos or something like that, make sure that it's proportionate to you, that you are basically like going to be in the center of the photo, right? Not too much ceiling, not too much floor, not too far, not too back. Like you just want to be a solid center piece to the screen. So, I feel like I can't see the chats. I don't know if you guys can see me opening the chats, but I have like FOMO that you guys are chatting and I can't see them. Okay, so that is those examples here. But just to be aware of how much space you're putting in terms of another suggestion too, one of the things that I do kind of do, well, I guess I can go to the next slide here. One of the things that I do kind of do is that I do use Pinterest for inspiration. Okay. And so, and I was this kind of perfect time because I'll go back to Megan's photo. So the thing with Megan's photo that I'm going to use as an example is that there are a lot of times that you don't always have to have things completely centered. Like if you look at this photo of this girl, obviously she's not completely centered in the middle of the photo, right? Like she's off to the right a little bit. Sometimes you'll see certain things where, it's the person off completely to the side and there's like a pretty background on the other side. Like that stuff is fine. That stuff, if you're kind of recreating a photo like this or something like that works. But what doesn't work is when it's like clearly awkward that there's like space, or do you see what I'm saying? Right? Like we want it for you to be the main center of attention. So make sure that you're like the focal point, essentially, is what we're saying. Now, I do use Pinterest, you guys, for inspiration. Y'all always come to me and you're like, you make your photos look so good, or like, how do you take your photos to make them look like that? And I cannot take the credit for it. I Google, AKA Google to me is Pinterest. I Pinterest all of the things. I literally typed in coffee girl photography and I can scroll through this stuff for days. Now you're probably thinking, well, who the heck is going to take these photos of me? Like these aren't selfies, right? Also, no, you don't have to be taking 900 selfies. You don't. All you got to do is prop your phone up. Y'all, I literally, you can see my window back here. I prop my phone up on this little windowsill and I tape it with some Scotch tape. Okay, because I'm fancy like that. Whoa, Brookie, you're getting drunk. And I Scotch tape it up to the window and I use the timer mode on my camera. Okay, tripods. You can also buy little tripods. So if you want to like set it up on the table or set it up on, we're talking like mini tripods, guys, for like $7 on Amazon. There are ways for you guys. I understand that we are not all photographers. I'm not a photographer. Like I have no photography training whatsoever, you guys. And honestly, I'm not even that super creative. I'm just resourceful. All I literally do is go to find inspiration. I figure out what inspires me. What do I like? What do I vibe with? And how can I recreate it to make it my own? That's what it comes down to. It's not really anything that is, like that I'm doing secretive behind the scenes type of a thing at all. So I use these Pinterest all the time, you guys, to figure out how I can recreate it or make it my own or whatever else. And I prop my phone up and I do it. I get asked a lot, like, does Craig help take photos? And some of them, obviously, he'll help me. But he just mainly makes me laugh when I do them. So, you just kind of have to have like mini photo shoots for yourself. Another suggestion, let's be honest, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, you sure as heck probably don't put makeup on every day. I know I don't put makeup on every day. And so what I do when I do have makeup on and I do feel good and whatever, I kind of do like a little mini photo shoot. Also sounds kind of crazy, but I swear it's going to make you guys save time in the long run. Change your shirt, take a couple more photos, or like whatever, you know, or put on a dress or something like that, whatever it may be. Because end of the day, I don't want to be like, oh, I can't post today because I don't have a photo that I can use, right? Like, have you been down that road? Like, oh, I don't have a photo I can use. What am I going to post today? No, don't do that to yourself. So if you're already taking photos and you're already doing these actions and kind of looking into things, yeah, you can definitely kind of stockpile up on them a little bit. So that is, I think, all I have in terms of, in terms of the PowerPoint. Yeah, there was literally poop in the toilet. Now I get to read all of the chats that I was having FOMO about, you guys. Snapseed is Jermaine's favorite, you guys. That's an app, right? Snapseed. So definitely check that one out. Now, here, I do also want to say, I was going to go into a little bit how I brand, right? So we just did that raffle for branding and we had 3 winners, and we're going to kind of do a little bit of branding stuff with those people. Y'all, my system to branding people is literally in the Dynasty. Like, what I'm doing with them, I posted it in the Dynasty with instructions and got a literal guideline on what exactly I'm doing with them is also shared. It's in the units underneath. Are you wanting to level up unit? And it's called Branding You 101. And it literally will walk you through exactly what I do. So if you're like, okay, I got to clean up my profile. I got to update my, profile picture. I really want to look like the badass that I know I am and that I know I'm going to run this business to be. Go head into the Dynasty, check out that Branding You 101 video. It's in the unit section, you guys. And just follow what I do. It's really, truly not hard. I'm happy to answer questions for you guys if that's something you guys feel like you need help with. But don't overthink it and have fun with this part, you guys. Photos are really, really a fun aspect. So don't let it overwhelm you so much where you feel like you can't take photos or it's not good enough. Like, still be you, but let's upgrade. Let's step it up a little bit, right? Like, let's get a filter that is consistent through all of your photos, because that's going to show consistency and, it's going to really look like you've got completely branded yourself when you do use one single photo or one single filter on all of your photos. There are so many amazing filters out there for all different skin tones. I will say that as well, because what looks good on a filter of me and Megan, who are very light skinned, is not going to look good on Jermaine. She's going to look orange like an Oompa Loompa. It's not going to look good. Okay. So that's okay. You're going to kind of have to work with it and play around with it, but have fun with it. This part is really the fun part, you guys, because in my opinion, this is the shit that's really showing people who you are. Like, who are you? Who do you want to be? When people come to your profile, what do you want them to say? Do you want them to say like, damn, I want this girl to teach me what she's doing. She looks awesome as hell. Like, I want to be friends with her. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you want people to say. So give it to them, you guys. Give it to them. So the people, pictures that people tag you in, Annie, this is a good question. I honestly just I really don't approve them. I don't approve them to my timeline, because you want to make sure your timeline is what you want it to show. Because again, this is your billboard, you guys. Like, this is your billboard. So Joe, get out of here. So yeah, I hope that these helped. I'm glad, Michelle, that they have helped. Yeah, I hide mine, Sarah, too. I do hide mine the ones that people tag me in, unless it's obviously like one that I want to be shown. You know what I mean? Like you just have to take them post by post, so to speak, but don't feel like you have to approve every single one just because somebody has tagged you in it, if that makes sense. Because y'all would die if you would see how many transformation tags I've got laying around in my timeline review. Okay. It's insane. So, yeah, Jermaine untags herself. She takes that shit seriously. So, you know, whatever floats your boat, don't feel like you're hurting somebody's feelings by doing stuff like that, you guys. You have got to start thinking this of a business. This is your business. Your profile picture, your profile page, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, that is your business. Okay? Meow. Somebody's unmuted. So be sure that you guys are putting that out there, right? So that people are seeing that. Brandy, tell him to stop tagging you. Yeah, so definitely just feel free to untag yourself and don't feel like you're hurting people's feelings, you guys, because you're not. And they're going to respect you if you do treat this like a business. So, yes, don't untag your rank advancement posts. That's definitely not one to untag. Now I'm not even going to tag Jermaine in the next one. I'm just going to like give her a shout out. So yes, that is, I think that is, did I miss anything? Jermaine, Megan, do you guys have anything to input?
So I do, you guys. So all those things that Kelly said, like how many of you guys, your brain wants to like blow up right now when you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Hold my phone a certain way. What does that even mean? You guys, it is not complicated at all. So you just have to play around with your phone a little bit and see what works best for you. Like if you notice a lot of my pictures, I don't actually show my eyes. Hold on. Let me put you on mute so I can yell at my kids. Hold on. That's what we do here, okay? Hold on. Okay, the little jerks are gone. Anyhow, so when you guys take pictures, if you really pay attention to it, you take pictures the same exact way. You do. And if you look at my pictures, for instance, I have like a signature look, I guess is what you can call it. And whenever my sister does it, people always tell her, oh my God, you look like Jermaine. But every other time, nobody thinks she looks like me. And I really don't think she looks like me. But it's because she makes the face that I normally make. So when you go through your phone, like go through your phone later on tonight, you can even do it right now. I bet you have like 5,000 selfies, right? No, just me? Well, anyhow, if you look at those selfies, you're going to notice that there is a pattern on the way you take your pictures. Just learn how to master that pattern. That is your good side. Your brain already knows what your good side is. So just change your angles a little bit. Now, going live with the ceiling, you guys, that kills me. And when Megan was telling me about that, I tried to get my ceiling to show. You guys are talented, I just have to say. So if you learn how to undo that, you guys will be on fire. Because I don't even know how people can go live showing their freaking ceiling. It's hard. So all you have to do is bring your phone down a little bit. But this is something this is something that's going to make a huge difference in everything that you do. What looks beautiful to Kelly may not look beautiful to me. And what like looks amazing to Megan might not look amazing to me. We don't want your profile to look like mine or Megan's or Kelly's or Courtney's or Taylor's or anybody that we've ever told you to go follow and see their examples. We don't want you to look like us. We want you to look like you. So pay attention to what brings interest to you. So when you guys go on Instagram, pay attention to what draws your attention. What do you like? Like Kelly said, like I am so attracted to presets that don't match me, you guys, because I am attracted to white girls. I have no idea why. So I keep buying presets because I'm like, oh my God, that looks so amazing on her. And then when I put it on me, I look orange. So find something that you love. And when you start to pay attention to that, it'll be easier to learn how to post. So Kelly's brand, you know, she likes white and clean and leafy and all these things. Kelly didn't just wake up one day and decide like that's going to be my brand. She realized that when she goes to Instagram, that's what she's attracted to. And the same with Megan, the same with me, the same with anybody you follow, you're going to notice a trend. But we didn't make that trend up. All we did was pay attention to the things we like. We went to Instagram, the whole bunch of people that we follow on Instagram, believe it or not, like a lot of my stories that I post, I took those ideas from people I follow on Instagram. They talk about it. I see that it works. So I'm like, I'm going to talk about this too. So find something that you're already doing, write it down, and then make yourself like the DJ of that remix. Does that make sense? Because it's not complicated. I know you guys are sitting here and you're like, oh my God, everything that I've ever been doing, it's now wrong. It's not wrong, you guys. You just have to tweak it a little bit. And it's unfortunate, but it's true, you guys. Looks sell. If you look like a crappy profile, nobody wants to be your friend. And maybe in the beginning, they will be your friend because they don't have a lot of friends. So you're going to end up getting not quality people. I'm going to be honest. When people send me a friend request, if their profile is like all like product pictures, I know that I can turn them around and make them do business with me. But they're a waste on my timeline because they're not providing any value. So I don't accept it. Or if they post pictures, like if their profile picture is like a cat, I don't want to be friends with a cat. Or if it's like dark, like the Blair Witch Project, like we don't need that negativity in my life. So it's very important that you try to get your profile looking as best as you can. And another thing that's a problem that I see is, and I used to do this all the time, you guys. I am so guilty of this, but you have so much going on in your picture. Like you have you, and then you have like, I don't know, like a big picture over here, and then like a coloring thing over here, and then you put words up here, and it distracts from your face. You want, when people look at your picture, you want you to stand out. So try to clear out your background. And another thing that's like a major turnoff for me, and I feel like if it's a turnoff for me, it's a turnoff for a lot of people. When you go live and your house looks like your kids threw up in it, and it just looks disgusting, people will not get the value that you're trying to put out because they're distracted. You know what they're thinking? Like, how the hell is that lady going live? Like, what's all that shit going on? So it's very, there's a fine line because we tell you we want you to be real, right? But not so real, you guys. Like, I don't show you guys my messy house because that is like, I know that it would distract you guys. So keep your area clean. If your house is like a hot mess because your kids are crazy, my kids are crazy. You can't see my wall right now, but I have a gummy bear smack on the wall, which I will be posting in my stories because people love that stuff. But if your background is messy, you know what you can do? Put up a freaking blanket. Hide all the shit in the back. Nobody needs to see it. That'll improve your reach. That'll improve your freaking views. That'll improve who you are as a leader. So people will see you as a leader when you start to present yourself as a leader. So clean up your profile a little. I promise you, it makes the world of a difference. You got to get rid of your kids and your husbands. No, you don't have to, girl. You just mute your phone like I do and yell at your kids, and then you have your little corner. You just need a little space in your house. This is my little space. My kids know to get the hell out of here. This is my space.
I need some space like that, man. That's all I'm saying. Because I sure don't even get that in the bathroom even. So, all right, you guys. Megan, do you have anything that you feel like we missed that we need to cover? Okay. Yeah, I think, you guys, we're all, when we say branding too, you guys, come on, just know, have fun with this. Please have fun with this. Everyone's brand is so different. Guys, I've got like white and leafy greens and things like that. Jermaine's got donuts. Megan loves bling and pink and black. And, we're all so different. None are better than the other. There's no right way or wrong way. We just want to make sure that you guys are showcasing yourselves as amazing as we know you are, right? Like, we know you guys are amazing. We know how awesome and coachable and just how excited you are to be here. And honestly, your people behind the scenes that you're talking to, they know that too. But for the new people, as you grow, this has got to be something that's going to be really, really important as you continue to grow your network with those people that don't know you, right? That are just sending you a friend request for the first time ever. Those are the people we've really got to make that impression for. So, that is all we have for you guys tonight. I don't think I missed any. Did we miss anything? I don't think so. All right, y'all. So happy Tuesday. That is all we have for you. Again, getting started right call tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure if you are new or have any newbies that they know about that, and we will share the link tomorrow. So that is it. I will talk to you guys all later. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks. Happy Tuesday. See ya.